Good morning, dear 7th class students. Now, today we are starting our chapter number 6, that is the physical and chemical change. Okay, so after this winter vacations, now we are starting again our study. Okay, through our chapter number 6, that is the physical and chemical change. Okay. So, the change which takes place around us may involve changes. Okay, it means the change which takes place around us may involve changes in shape, size, position, color, temperature, structure, composition, and its state. It means these are the reasons. These are the properties on behalf of that we have to change the any substances, or we have to tell that any substance is changed. Any substance is changed. These change involve one or more substances stretching a rubber band like that, okay, like a stretch a rubber band. When we are stretching the rubber band, again they are getting the initial position when we are just released. Burning candles, okay, it means candles burning, cooking food, settling of curd, dissolving sugar in water are a few of the changes. These changes are broadly divided into two types. So the changes which can be broadly divided on the behalf of only the two types of change, that is the physical change and that is the chemical change. So what are the main differences, what are the definitions, what are the cases or phenomena on behalf of that we have to tell, that is this one is the physical change and this one is the chemical change. Okay, so look, that first is physical change definitions. A change in which the physical properties of a substance. Okay, so first we have to write the definition of physical change. Physical change means, it means physical properties, physical properties of a substance, of a substance, physical properties of a substance changes, of such changes, and no new substance are formed, and no new substance are formed. Okay, it means the physical change means only physical properties of a substance change. Okay, physical properties of a substance change and no new substance are formed. No new substance are formed. Like physical change, it means like the melting of wax. Okay, melting of wax. So when wax are just melting, like ice change into water. Okay, ice changes to water, then both are having the same compositions. Okay, and the properties are also likely to be same, because only that is this one is a solid and this one is liquid, that only, but their chemical properties are not different. They both are having the same physical properties. That's why when ice changes to water, or maybe water changes into water vapor changes to water again, and then again water changes to this ice, these all are known as like a physical change. It's like a physical change, and no new substance are formed is called physical change. When ice melts, it changes to water. So when ice melts, it changes to water. This is a change from solid to liquid state. So this is a change from solid to liquid state. The water can be converted to ice by freezing it, and this is a change from the liquid to the solid state. Similarly, the change of water into water vapor on boiling and condensing of the water vapor back to water on cooling are change of state. So same things I already told, that it means like if we just change this ice to water, okay, ice to water and water to again water vapor, then again water vapor to water and again water to ice. So these all are changes. It's just like a physical change, just like a physical change. No new substance are formed. No new substance are formed. So I'll take. No new substance are formed. So you know about that, and you can see here if there is no chances of new substance, both it means these three are having the same properties, and that's why new substance are not formed. If we cut a piece of paper into a smaller piece, now also paper, earlier also paper, then there is no chemical change. It means this one is a physical change. So we observe that the shape and size of the paper or chalk changes, but small bits of paper can be laid out in the shape of the original piece. However, they cannot be joined. The chalk dust can be wet with water, rolled into shape and dried when we get back the chalk piece. So chalk dust can wet into the wet with the help of water, and again after drying we will get the chalk again. Chalk piece, a piece of iron metal held by a pair of tongs. Okay, pair of tongs means wo chimte ki help se, okay, becomes red hot and start to glow when heated strongly. So a piece of it is hot iron substance, we have to make them hot. It means that this one is red in color, then again after cooling it will be a look like only a iron substance. There is a no chemically change. Earlier also giving the properties of iron, now also giving the properties of iron. So if it is removed from the flame, it once again comes back to its original form. In this case, the color of the metal changes on heating. All the above changes are examples of physical changes in which the shape, size, color or state or position of a substance changes. These properties are known as the physical properties. So what are the physical properties? Shape, size, color, state or its position. Okay, so these all are the physical properties. On behalf of that, one substance is changed into the another one, but their properties are not changed. That's why we are just including into the physical change. Okay, so some other, the change may be reversible or irreversible. Change may be, so these are the reversible change. These are the reversible. It means once we have to melt this ice, then we can get the water. Then again water can be again we have to get into the form of ice, because on behalf of melting, on behalf of the fizzing, there no chemically there should be a change, and their properties are just same. And now we have to tell they are both in reversible in nature. They both are reversible in nature, because once if ice is melted, then it convert into the water, and again water can start to freeze, then it will be converted into the ice. Then it is showing that, okay, it is showing that there is a reversible change in between that. Okay, now some other example of physical change are glowing and electric bulb. Once electric bulb get glow, okay, then again can be it means unglow like conditions, and again can glowing. Magnetization of iron piece, dissolution of salt or sugar in water, expansion and contraction of metals. Okay, so these all are the changes of physical change, because here it is no chemical properties change. Here only the physical properties of substances are just changed. It means maybe states of matters can be changed, like solid to liquid, or maybe liquid to gases. Now the characteristics of physical change. What are the main characteristics of physical change? The physical properties of the substance changes during a physical change. So physical properties of the substance changes during physical change. Only in the physical change, only physical properties will be changed. No new substance are formed, and the nature of the substance remains the same during the change. So nature of the substance also remains the same, and no new substance is formed. Is the second property of physical change. Third one, it is a temporary change. Okay, you know about that. It is a temporary change. You can melt the ice into the water, and you can freeze the water into the ice. So it is a just temporary change. Reversible, through a few of the changes may be irreversible. Only a small amount of heat is absorbed or given off during the change. So only a small amount of heat is absorbed. Maybe sometime heat is absorbed, sometime heat is released during that. So you know about that. The heat in between the ice and water, both are having the changes. Water and in between the water vapor, the heat is just changes. Okay, maybe sometime absorbed. Okay, maybe sometime released. So only the heat, a small amount of heat is just changed during this change. Now we are talking about the chemical change. Okay, now we are talking about the chemical change. So what is the chemical change? Look, definition of chemical change. Definition of the chemical change: a change in which one or more new substances are formed is called a chemical change. It's called a chemical change. So a change in which one or more new substances are formed is called a chemical change. Okay. So the composition and the chemical properties of the substance get changed. Okay. The composition and chemical properties of the substance is changed. The new substance formed have entirely different properties compared to the original substances. The new substance is formed like that. It means the burning of candle. Example of this chemical change is burning of candle. Okay, like formation of curd from milk. Okay, formation of curd from milk. Okay, so the new substances are found have entirely different properties compared to the original substances. A chemical change is also a chemical reaction. A chemical change is also known as chemical reaction. So we also have to tell this is a type of chemical reaction. This is a type of chemical reaction. Okay. One of the most common example of a chemical change occurring in nature is the rusting of iron. Rusting जो लोहे के अंदर जो जंग लगना है, ठीक है ना, rusting होना है. Sometime you can see that some new iron particles are without painting continuously degrading and decomposing and getting corroded. Okay, so this is known as the rusting of iron, and in these situations the iron is continuously getting weakened and losing their strength. Okay. When an iron article is exposed to air and moisture, it gets covered with a brown flaky substance. This substance is known as rust. The composition and properties of rust are different from those of iron. The change cannot be reversed under any conditions. Some of the common iron articles which get rusted are gates, benches, gardening equipment, pipes, bodies of vehicles, ships and other articles left out in the open. Okay, so these are some examples of this. It means the rusting. It means the examples of this chemical change. Now the burning of candle. Now the burning of candle is also a chemical change. The wax burns to produce carbon dioxide, water vapor. Okay, burning of candle is a chemical change. So the wick burns to produce a ash. It means the wick one, wick. Okay, जो बत्ती है वो जल के देखिए राख हो जाएगी, ashes के अंदर produce हो जाएगा. The new substance produced are entirely different in composition and properties from wax and the thread. Heat and light energies are given out during the change. So heat and light are just emerges, I mean just coming out from this process, and the change cannot be reversed. Similarly, explosion of fireworks is a chemical change in which heat, light, sound are produced in addition to the unpleasant gases which pollute the atmosphere. In fact, all type of burning are chemical change. Heat is produced during burning. It means all type of burning. It means the burning of fuels, burning of papers, burning of it means the wood. All are the burning is just examples of chemical change or chemical reaction, and in heat is produced always in the burning. This is a type of combustion in which the heat is produced always. The process of photosynthesis is during which the plants manufacture food with the help of food with the help of carbon dioxide and water is another chemical change. So photosynthesis process. What process? Photosynthesis process, because once the product in the photosynthesis that is the oxygen and glucose will be formed. So from the with the help of this glucose and oxygen, we cannot get the same initial earlier reactant products, okay, earlier reactant substance by which we have to form this photosynthesis. Like that, you have to see this one, like photosynthesis process. So for this photosynthesis, we need CO2, okay, plus H2O. We need chlorophyll, okay, and sunlight. So by the help of this, we will get glucose plus O2, okay. So this we will get from this, okay, and sometime some of heat also, or heat energy also release, or no problem, heat is released or not, okay. So it means once this product is get converted into this one, okay, then again we cannot get this product to this one by this process, okay. So you know about that photosynthesis also process is a like a irreversible change also, and a chemical change or chemical reaction also. So this change is also irreversible in nature. Digestion of food, once the food is digested in our stomach, then again we cannot get the ingredients by which the food is digested. It means initially the food is started to digest. The food breaks down into the simpler substance, and it is not possible to get back the original food. The new substance have different chemical properties and different composition compared to the food. So the new substance, it means the digested food and undigested before that food, both are different things, okay. Now the fermentation of food, okay, the fermentation is a process by which in the anaerobic condition, it means in the absence of air, generally the formation of liquor or wine production can be occurs, okay. So produce gases with the foul smell. This involves a chemical change when a new substance are produced. Also the fermented food becomes warm, i.e. that is the energy is given out during the process. When fruits or vegetables are cut and left exposed to the moisture, the cut surface turns brown in color. The cut surface turns brown in color. This is due to the formation of a new substance. This is also a chemical change. So this is also a chemical change, okay. Then some other common examples of chemical changes are the curdling of milk. It means the curdling of milk is some another examples of this chemical change. And respiration of living organisms, cooking of food, ripening of fruits, germination of seeds, and growing of plants and animals, also examples of chemical change. So in all the above chemical changes, one of the more new substance are formed. It means sometimes one substance can be formed, sometimes the one or more substance can also be formed with the help of, okay. So a chemical change is also accompanied by formation of a gas. Sometimes in the chemical change there is a formation of a gas, change of smell, absorption or evolution of heat and light energy, change of color, production of sound. So these all can be happening events during this chemical change, okay. So let us now look at a few chemical reactions performed in the lab. So first is burning of magnesium, and second is formation of carbon dioxide gas, and test for the gas. So these things we will study in our next classes, okay. Thank you.